Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Khushi and I study in 11th grade. Today I'm going to be discussing a book, Elephant in the Brain by Kevin Simler and Robin Hanson. So what we're going to see in this video is firstly, what is elephant in the brain? Secondly, why do we hide our true motives? Thirdly, hidden motives in everyday life. Our brain can take all our inputs and actions and explain it in the most non-selfish way as possible. You might have heard the phrase elephant in the room. It refers to something that is there but people are not ready to accept it. The elephant in the brain is the same as that. It represents the hidden motives that we all kind of know are there but we are not ready to accept it. There are 4 parts of the theory of the book. Firstly, people are always judging us. They want to know if we are making good allies, good friends, good companions, good partners. Secondly, because people are constantly judging us, we are eager to look good. We want to emphasize our pretty motives and downplay our ugly motives. Thirdly, we deceive ourselves to better to deceive others. This means that in our thoughts, we know that we're never going to fall in the trap of hiding our real motives. There are large-scale societal consequences behind the hidden motives, and in the end, when we harmonize them, we start creating institutions behind it. There's this nice study on split brain patients. These patients have something called as corpus callosectomy, which means that the right and the left hemisphere cannot communicate with each other anymore. One of the patients was asked to get up and leave the room. When the researchers asked him, "What are you doing?" Since the left hemisphere tends to be the language and the left and the right hemisphere cannot communicate with each other, he was getting up but didn't know why. So he said, "Oh, I got up to get a Coke." This is an interesting illustration of how our brains are very capable of lying to ourselves and we itself don't know what are the real motives behind what we are doing. So why do we hide our motives? We as human beings are inherently social animals. We have been involved in such ways that we are meant to deceive ourselves and deceive others. Generally, we have got this idea that humans have been born with big brains and it has made us better for our environment. But environmental adaptations have drove evolutions to such a point, and also the need of social life, the need of us to outcompete our peers, which has actually supercharged the evolution of our brain. There's this nice story which is used to explain this, which is called the parable of redwoods. The redwoods are famously very tall and they are surrounded by other redwood trees. They are all locked up in this evolutionary arms race where all of them have to grow as tall as possible or else one of them is going to outcompete the other. And it is the same with the human. The reason why our brains are so developed than the rest of our body and also than the rest of the animal kingdom is because we are locked up in this evolutionary arms race where we have to outcompete our peers. People who are selfish are going to be rewarded in the terms of natural selection. They also say that people have kept social norms to keep other people in their place. Example, bragging. Bragging is said to be bad. On one side, there is this aversion that bragging is bad. But on the other side, we all know that bragging is part of a natural behavior, showing off, showing our good traits, which makes us feel better and also helps us find social partners or romantic partners. There are many examples of our brain having hidden motives. Now, if you ask someone why they want to become a doctor, it would generally be frowned upon them to say that because it is a prestigious job and because I make more money and also because it makes me feel good about myself, whereas because I love science, I love helping and etc. is more socially acceptable. This can be seen in individual level of everyday life like charity, education, medicine, politics, religion, laughter, etc. Take charity in detail. So yes, charity is good, but there's also a hidden motive behind it. The rich people firstly want to show how rich they are and secondly about how charity giveable they are. It is said that very less amount of people have kept a donation anonymous. This shows that people want their name to be shown. They want to be shown that they are the one who are giving such an huge donation. Also, people who go to galas and charity events, they're trying to outcompete the other rich people by giving the highest donation, and also they're going to such places because they want to show the other rich people how rich they are. Also think about it, which kind of people are more likely to be better friends? co-workers or spouses, calculators who show their generosity in spreadsheets, or the emoters who cannot help themselves to help others. Our brain are keen to advertise that we are the emoters. Also, let's take religion. They say that people are getting together because they have a common belief, but actually people are getting together because it is socially required, and they're just making up this common belief as a way of explaining why they are getting together. There's this quote: we don't simply worship because we believe, instead, we worship and believe because it helps us as social creatures. Knowing why we are having hidden motives will help us individually to stay more aware. Next time we find ourselves feeling indignation or self-righteousness about what the other person is doing obviously is wrong, we should take a step back and look at ourselves in the mirror and see whether those behaviors are manifesting on ourselves. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more content from me in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye.